Okay, so now we're moving on to part 3, which is about recovery. So proper recovery during marathon training is vital to minimize risk of injury, enhance performance, and ensure that your body is well prepared for the next training session. Okay, here's a detailed guide on how to recover effectively. Nutrition, always important. Soon after your run, it's important to consume a recovery snack or a meal rich in carbohydrates and protein to replenish those expended during the exercise. This aids in replenishing glycogen storage in the muscles and initiating muscle repair via protein synthesis. Okay, you have to hydrate well, obviously rehydrate with water or an electrolyte drink to replace the electrolytes lost in sweat during training. Within a couple hours post-run, have a balanced meal that includes lean proteins, complex carbohydrates, and healthy fats. This promotes muscle recovery and overall replenishment. Net protein intake throughout the day should ultimately be paramount. You don't necessarily need to worry about downing a protein shake immediately after your workout. As I've already mentioned, it's a bit unnecessary. Net protein intake throughout the whole day is more important, of course. However, if you run fasted or you've eaten a very little protein in your pre-run meal, it will be important to get in that post-run protein. Eating multiple high protein meals throughout the day is a good recommendation to keep protein synthesis high throughout the whole day. Consuming protein before bed is considered good practice. It can be beneficial for muscle repair and growth, controlling hunger, stabilizing blood sugar, and improving metabolism. Okay, so consuming protein before bed can help keep protein synthesis high throughout the night. Because when you sleep, you're obviously fasting. You're not eating anything. Okay, so it's probably the longest window throughout the whole 24-hour period where you're actually fasting. So it's important that if you eat a lot of protein before you go to bed, not right before you go to bed, but just make sure that dinner a couple hours before you go to bed is very high in protein so that overnight your body can, maintain good levels of protein synthesis and you're recovering adequately throughout the night, supplying your muscles with protein while you sleep, basically. And just to define protein synthesis, it's the cellular process where your body creates new proteins. Proteins are made up of smaller units called amino acids. Okay, so amino acids are linked together in a specific order to form functional proteins. Okay, so this process is essential for various biological functions, including muscle growth, repair, and the production of enzymes and hormones. So amino acids are extremely important. Having all of them will be conducive to adequate muscle repair. So amino acids, just to define them, they're the building blocks of protein, and there are 20 different types of amino acids. They can be categorized into 3 groups based on their functions. Okay, so you have essential amino acids, you have non-essential amino acids, and then you have conditional amino acids. Okay, so essential amino acids, also known as EAAs, are called essential because when the body cannot produce them on its own, it must obtain them through the diet. Okay, so the body can't produce these amino acids by itself, so it has to obtain it via the food that you intake. Okay, so these amino acids are essential for various biological processes, and a lack of them in your diet can lead to health issues. Therefore, it is essential to include them in your diet to ensure proper growth, maintenance, and overall well-being. Okay, so there are 9 different types of essential amino acids, and they include histidine, which is important for tissue repair and growth, isoleucine, necessary for energy regulation and muscle repair, leucine, which plays a crucial role in muscle protein synthesis, very important, more on that soon. You have lysine, essential for collagen production and calcium absorption. You have methionine, which supports healthy metabolism and tissue growth. And then you have phenylalanine, which is involved in the production of neurotransmitters like dopamine, for example. You have threonine, important for maintaining proper protein balance. You have tryptophan, which is a precursor to serotonin, a neurotransmitter. And you have valine as well, which aids in the coordination and repair of tissues, basically. Next, we're moving on to non-essential amino acids, which basically, they're called non-essential because the human body can synthesize them on its own, and it doesn't require them through the diet. While they're still important for various biological functions, the body can produce them as needed, therefore making them non-essential. And next, we have conditional amino acids, or CAAs. Okay, they're called conditional because their status as essential or non-essential can change depending on specific health conditions that person has or circumstances. Okay, so while under normal conditions, the body can synthesize these amino acids perfectly okay, and it doesn't need to intake them through your diet. During periods of illness, stress, or certain health conditions, your body may not be able to synthesize the amino acids by itself, so it needs to intake them through supplementation or foods, for example, okay? Therefore making it conditional because it depends on your body's current state of wellness. Okay, these amino acids serve various functions in the body, contributing to processes such as muscle growth, immune function, and the production of enzymes and hormones. They are crucial for overall health and well-being, as previously mentioned. Don't underestimate the importance of amino acids. However, I will say that like a BCAA supplement is probably not necessary. Okay, so if you have a pretty good balanced diet with an adequate amount of animal protein and a varied amount of animal protein, you're probably getting in all the essential amino acids that you require, therefore making a BCAA supplement completely futile. Because what's the point in supplying 5 out of 9 amino acids when you've already intaken all 9 of the essential amino acids through your, whole food diet anyway? Just makes it completely unnecessary. Thank you very much for viewing this clip. I do hope it has aided in your journey to achieve optimum living. If you have enjoyed it, please go check out the full-length podcast episode. The link will be in the description below, or you can click right there. Goodbye.